The younger sister sneaked into her brother-in-law's room while he was asleep. She took the used thing he had just thrown away. She wanted to use it to get pregnant with his child and steal their trillion-dollar fortune. But she never thought all of this had already been seen through by her sister, because the woman was a reborn soul who came back from death. In her previous life, their family had fallen into the younger sister's trap. Her husband was falsely accused and thrown into prison for 100 years. To clear his name, the wife searched everywhere for evidence. But in the end, she was strangled to death by her sister and mother working together. She left this world with endless regret, but perhaps even heaven could not bear it, because in the next second she was given another chance to live again. She opened her eyes. It was the very day her sister set up her husband. Before she could even react, she heard footsteps outside the door, so she lay on the bed pretending to be asleep. Sure enough, the younger sister came in and took away the used thing. She thought nobody knew, but everything was already under the control of the reborn woman. The clueless sister was overjoyed. She believed she would soon be pregnant with her brother-in-law's child. She rushed to her mother. Together, they began planning how to seize his fortune. Watching her arrogant laughter, the older sister could not help but sneer in her heart. The happier she felt now, the more miserably she would die later. After being discharged, the scheming girl went straight to the husband's house with a medical report. She proudly announced she was pregnant and demanded to stay in their mansion for 10 months to raise the child. The man was completely dumbfounded. How could this scheming girl, who had always been single, suddenly be pregnant? His mother asked angrily what her pregnancy had to do with their family, but the schemer shamelessly declared she had conceived under their roof. So of course they had to take responsibility. She even demanded salary and nutrition fees. The mother-in-law was stunned. This girl was only her daughter-in-law's cousin. They had only pitted her and kept her as a maid. Now she must have hooked up with some man outside and dared to blame it on them. How shameless could she be? The schemer was furious. She almost shouted out that the child belonged to the man, but at the last second she held back. Instead, she proudly said once the child was born everyone would know the truth. But the mother-in-law still refused to let her stay. So the schemer immediately turned her target toward the wife. She cried bitterly, begging her cousin to take pity on her. The woman pretended to be clueless. She gently comforted the schemer and said she had already booked a luxury confinement center for her. She told her to take her mother there to rest and raise the child in peace. Hearing this, both mother and daughter were overjoyed. They moved into the center without hesitation. When they saw the table covered with fresh fruit, they devoured it greedily. But what they did not know was that the woman had only made a reservation and had paid nothing. When the staff came to collect the bill, they realized the cost was more than $10,000, and the room was non-refundable. The schemer felt the pain in her heart, but quickly convinced herself, as long as she gave birth successfully, what was $10,000 compared to the fortune waiting for her? 1 year later, she finally delivered the child. Without delay, she carried the baby straight to the mansion. She believed she was about to rise to the top, but she never realized an even greater shock was waiting for her ahead. Want to know what happens next? Follow me. The real twist is about to explode.